some of it is recognizing the need to be honest about what the fuck I actually am. Because the reality is that I did way more harm when I tried to believe that I was a hero than being honest about being a villain.
Nothing said on this podcast should be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. These are our personal opinions. Relax.
Turn me up, yeah! Leise Winny in the building, keep it real dope. Royce on the mic, talk spicy, no choke. Politics, petty pop, culture, heat.
Hey, back for another week of the Sidebar Podcast with me, your host, Leise Winny, and the hostess with the motherfucking mostest, Mr. Royce. How you doing, Royce? Like, I feel like we on the precipice of World War III, but how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. 80-degree weather, just loving it.
You rubbing it in my face.
Yeah.
You rubbing it in my face.
I am, wow.
80 degrees.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yes, it's beautiful. Wonderful, even.
I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And technically, I guess you're East Coast. Yeah. You're Eastern, but we're going to call you the South. You're in the South. And it's snowing.
That's crazy.
Last week, he berated me. Okay, he berated me for using Carnival cruises because I can fight. Okay, and I can step into the fray, and he's too royal, yes. Right? He can't do Carnival.
Yes. Hey.
Now he's getting on me about the snow and that he has 80 degrees.
Listen, there's a time for nuck if you buck. And there's a time for just like some smooth, sexy R&B. It's just times. And right now, 80 degrees towards the middle of the end of February, it's sexy,
I feel like you be outside in the rain on your car when it rains.
I do.
Because it's 80 degrees. You know what? Today I have on my John Lewis shirt because I believe it's his birthday today. So shout out. And it's Black History Month. Shout out to John Lewis. By the time this comes out, it will not be his birthday. So today is the 22nd of February. Mm-hmm. Shout out to John Lewis and Good Trouble and all the things that he has done for us.
Yes.
So shout out to him. Now, we are in the midst of a Black History Month showcase. So we're talking to different African Americans, Black people, Negroes, Negras, niggers, depending on who you talk to. In and out of our community, we prefer Black here or African American because we are respectable, despite what you may be hearing.
Shots fired!
We are respectable. And we are bringing on I was just talking to him. I think he might be the most highly educated person that we've had on this show. He is incredibly smart. And I'm not saying that the people that are on here aren't smart. That's not what I'm saying. Don't take it that way. That's not what I meant. But he is very smart and he has a lot of degrees. He has a lot of years of school. And I want to give you some of his accolades because not only is he a Maryland business consultant, he is also a lawyer. He is also technically we know each other in the corporate business world. I don't really talk about what I do on here, so we're not gonna get into that because I don't want y'all to know in the way you're not gonna call on me. I'm sorry.
No dox.
If you're gonna dox me, you're gonna fucking work for it. You're going to fucking find it. But he helps businesses streamline operations, grow revenue, strengthen their communities. He has helped tons of people with financial management, strategic planning, advocacy, and he has helped with legislative process right here in the great state of Maryland. I am proud to welcome Mr. William Honablew.
Hey!
The Sidebar. You're a lawyer, so it works. The Sidebar Podcast.
It works. There you go. I appreciate it. How you guys doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
We are great. Yeah, and we
That's
were
awesome.
talking about you. And I want to just talk to people a little bit about what you do because you are a business consultant and the importance of really Black people knowing how to, because me and Royce go back all the time about Black businesses. We love Black businesses. We support Black businesses. However, we've noticed a bit of a trend. There's a bit of, sometimes there's an upcharge on things that don't necessarily need to be upcharged because people don't necessarily know what their stuff is worth. And then Royce has had some experiences with customer service.
Yes.
Shall I say?
Grass wall businesses. Yes.
Yeah. What's the importance of Black people really knowing the importance of running a business?
Well, it starts off with understanding why you got into business. So one of the things, and first, thank you all for having me on. Like, this is wonderful. I'm having a great time because the other people don't know the stuff we talked about before we came on for real. And I enjoyed that part. I love the part that people don't get to see. That makes me very happy in my special place. So thank you. What people tend not to understand is that businesses, you starting a business and you growing your business doesn't help alleviate the trauma that you already have. The way that we teach business, unless you are a white man with resources, is bullshit. Absolutely unabridgedly hard stop. When I first got into business, I thought there was something wrong with me. Well, let me take that back. When I first started learning about business.
Okay.
Because when I first got into business, again, separate story, but Amway and some stuff with my parents went to multi-level marketing. So I disdain and am impressed by multi-level marketing. So, and you can fight me on that. I'm willing to whoop some ass and take an L. So we can talk about that part. But what I realized is I started my first business when I was in the 11th grade. I got a job at this place called Sam's Club, which is not Sam's Club, it's called Price Club back then, which is the precursor to Sam's Club. And I was stocking shelves and I saw that they were selling candy for 50% of what I was paying for it in the store. And I was like, I thought somebody had, mistagged the shelves. So I went to my supervisor because I was a good guy back then. I was like, oh no, we have to protect the corporation because we work for them and they have bought our time. And so we need to help them. That is what our job is as good employees. God damn it. And so there's been some changes in my life. You'll see them evolve. As I realized there's more to business building than just grinding. That's why I was caught for a long time. It was like, I need to hustle. I need to put this out. I need to find out what the next thing I'm about to sell, next thing I'm about to sell, next thing I'm about to sell. But I wasn't building nothing. I was putting all my money either back in the business or back into my family and my pocket. I was living off the revenue for the business. And that's not something that as African Americans, as Black folks, that we can really do because there are so many structural impediments to us being successful, being able to build businesses that we have to take a different path. I also realized is that a lot of the stuff that I was trying to do, a lot of stuff that I was trying to build was to try to make me feel good and to prove some shit to other people. Motherfuckers I didn't actually like. Real talk. And some of them share DNA with me. If I'm going to say something, okay, all right. So we're going to see who sees this. Because then I'm going to get a call from my mama if my family see this. That's how we're going to measure. We're going to measure you all's reach. If my mama called me, be like, what did you do? Because she called me JJ, what did you do? What did I gotta and then we'll know that how far you all have gotten out there.
If we get on your mama algorithm, we made it. Yeah. Like mama, we made it.
That's fire. That's fire. That's the goal.
So I when I first started trying to build a business, like I went and I got some software and I was like, okay, here's the software. They put in like, so what is your mission statement? I loaded it all up because back then I spent money and they were in shit. Back then was the 5 1/4 disc. So let me explain to some of your viewers who may be younger. Everything wasn't online before. They bought in these floppy disks, and they called them floppy disks because they was literally disks that you could flop around. So I put it in. It was like 4 or 5 of them, and they loaded it up. It was about this business plan software, and I put in like, what did you want to do? I put in what I want to do. It's like, what's your mission statement? And I was like, but that's why I bought the software. I spent a lot of money on this. You should be able to tell me what the mission is, like this software, like, because again, computer, this whole internet, there was no real internet back then. So I'm like, the computer's supposed to help me. Like, these are smart people who write these programs, and I bought it, and I spent my money, my real ass money. I didn't get no bootlegs or nothing like that. I actually bought it because I was building a true business. I was going to be an entrepreneur, and then they couldn't tell me what my mission statement was, and I was so fucking confused. Like, I want to get out there and work, but I did not realize how programmed I was to have someone tell me what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Business is not just people telling you what to do. Business is you trying to figure it out. And actually, here's the secret, never having a fucking idea what the hell is going on. Because at the moment you think you do know what's going on, you're about to fuck up. I'm going to guarantee that shit to you. Damn near every time that you think you know what's going on, like, oh, this is going to work this way. Because I'm going to tell you some real shit. I thought I knew what was going on back in 2018. How did that work out? Nothing in my life looks like what the fuck I thought it was. And that was the last time I was sure about some shit.
That is true. That is very true. Anytime you feel like you know something, you usually don't. But I want to switch gears a little bit. Still talking about business. This is a businessman that has figured out capitalism. And that is 50 Cent. And how important marketing, again, when we were talking about marketing or how much we dislike marketing, he's like a king of that, especially on social media. Is it time to call him out, though? Is it time to call 50 Cent Curtis Jackson out for his behavior and antics? He recently was with Trump's advisor and he performed at his wedding. He is incredibly problematic. He said so many things. Is it time?
Well, the thing is like, at what point did anybody designate him to be the voice or the conscience of Black America? At what point he made, if I remember correctly, he made his first big amount of money. Not talking about the rap money, because that's good money. I ain't taking nothing away from that. But that's not that big money that gets you into totally different rooms. Now it gets you in rooms that I'm not in. I'm not gonna pretend on that.
Right.
But that don't get you in the rooms with people who write checks and destabilize industries. That vitamin water deal where he took his rap money and rolled it over to help the struggling business. They came and did a presentation to him, and he was like, vitamin water. It was like, cool, let me put 10 million, I think it was. Again, don't quote me on the numbers. 10 million, and then they turned around and sold that shit to Coca-Cola for $1 billion, and he just rolled it on over. Tell me, how did that get you conscious? How did that make you a martyr or a representative of the Black cause? That's not even Black money right there.
True.
That's music industry money that turned into Coca-Cola money. Coca-Cola ain't shit about Coca-Cola Black. Don't be disrespectful. Don't do that.
Yeah, if you're gonna drink it, drink Pepsi. If you're gonna drink soda, at least drink Pepsi because they more rock with the people.
And not just that. If you want to talk, because I'm not trying to get no issues with no beef with Coca-Cola. Although, I mean, shit, I'll take it. I've died a couple times. You don't scare me. You gonna kill me? Fuck you gonna do? I've been dead already. Stop it. I'm technically a zombie. Don't do that. Coca-Cola, when the reason that there was a period of time where Coke and Pepsi, they was battling back and forth, and then Coke took off. What was the difference between the two, Coke and Pepsi? Coke decided that Pepsi's like, you know what, we don't bang with apartheid, so we just going to divest out of South Africa. And Coke was like, well, let me holler at you real quick because there's money there. So if that's how he made his first big ass stack of bread, like that millionaire $100 million type bread, why do we think that it's anything but money? Every song he's put out, damn near, has been about getting money. Has been about the shit that he's willing. He was out in the streets killing niggas to get money. So why now do we believe that, oh, well, now that he had 100 mil, now I think, no, why? What changed?
Absolutely
what
nothing.
changed?
But we don't have figures. I feel like we don't have any figures. So we tried to put black excellence on anybody that made it. So we can say, look at this person.
And who did that? Who did that?
America. Like, I don't know. Like in the black
marketing.
Well, yeah, marketing. But I feel like that's a problem in the Black community across the board. Like we try to do that with everybody, and I don't know how to stop it.
I think it's within the culture. It's in our DNA.
Yes.
Like we try to be like white people. A lot of us try to be like white people. I forget who said this shit. I think I heard David Banner said it. He was like, he heard somebody, either it was Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, like, when Black people close their eyes, they envision themselves as white people. So when that happens, when you have that sort of psychological mind fuck happening, as soon as somebody with any type of money ascends anywhere, we're just like, oh, he's the Messiah, he's Jesus, he's all. Just because you got a lot of fucking money don't mean shit. You just a nigga with a lot of fucking money. That's it. It don't mean you smart. It don't mean that you're a genius. It don't mean none of that shit. You just 50 Cent with a lot of money. That's it.
Sure. And the thing is that he is still doing the stuff that he was doing before he got the 100 mil.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there trying to make money, making a name for himself, making sure that his brand is tight. Why do we think that turned into? To your point, Mr. Royce, like we want somebody. We are desperate for somebody to lead us. We are desperate for somebody to grab us by that hook, like we bulls in the ring, grab us by the hook and just pull us where we need to go. We want someone to be our leader, and don't get it twisted. A lot of us ain't that different from MAGA. It's just the people that we turn to have darkest hue than Trump. But again, his hue is kind of dark, but that's bronzer. So I don't know if it count or not. I think that's also why a lot of brothers and sisters, the ones that do mess with him, they fuck with him because he's like, well, he orange. Like I've literally heard that comedians say that, but that's some real shit. That's some real shit. He's orange. We had white presidents, we had a black president, now we got an orange. I think Cat Williams said that shit. A couple people said that. But that's the thing. We to your point, Mr. Royce, like we are around here looking for leadership, and we have bought so into capitalism that money means you must be better than me.
Yes.
If we sell, I mean, hell, our dating lives, our employment lives, when you walk into a company, if there's a bunch of fancy cars with a bunch of fly people with $200 suits versus, no fancy cars and $200 suits versus fancy cars and $2,000 suits, they must be better. Talk about the practice of law. You come from a law firm where they charge you $800. You know where these prices come from. They literally pulled them out of their ass. Wait, give me a second. Some of them do literally, but it mostly is figurative. But some of them do literally pull it out their ass, and that's how they come up with the $650, $500, $800 an hour. Like that's how they come up with it. But we assume that the higher the price, they must be good. They must be better because we have bought into the capitalist idea. And to your point, people are looking for people who have money, and they're going to follow them. 50 Cent has money. He has money, so people assume that when Kanye, I remember, give me a second because it still bothers me. I was with some civil rights organizations, and we were out, trying to motivate young people. And one of the questions they asked this young lady, she was an event at Towson State University in Baltimore, Maryland. And it was a bunch of African Americans, and they asked this young lady who's African American, it's like, who is, they were talking about, they don't have there's no real Martin Luther King, there's no real Malcolm X. And let's also don't get it twisted that they didn't like these people when they were alive. So don't do that, because the revisionist history blows me regularly. But they were like, who is, and this is before he went all crazy, like, who is the black leader right now? She said Kanye West. So what happened? The way they get taught about civil rights is about the fact that people stood up to people in power. That is they don't read the letter from the Birmingham jail. They don't hear anything outside of the sanitized version of the I Have a Dream speech. Not even the whole damn speech, by the way, because if you listen to the whole thing, it's like, ooh, this is very uncomfortable. I am not feeling white. Okay, because your character, he's already said that you have bounced the check, and that is not good character. So if we're going to judge you by the content of your character, use bullshit off the rip. So I don't think this is exactly how you all are portraying it in media. But all they hear is like saying shit to powerful people means that you are a leader and that you are about the cause of civil rights. And him getting on the air and saying George Bush doesn't care about black people, that elevated him. Again, to your point. Same thing 50 Cent's done. He said some shit. Oh, it did. I'm sorry. He did.
It did. And it's unfortunate that that's kind of how we got to the places we got. But it's very similar to another conversation I wanted to have about who can actually say the N-word. Because the reason why there's a lot of left white people now believing that they can say the N-word is because we've had other black people come out like Touré. I don't know if you are familiar with him. He is a journalist. He's been an entertainment journalist for a long time. He has his own, I guess you could say, some problematic past with him that have followed him as well. And if you're not familiar,
N-word. Their argument, that word has been used as a weapon against our community. When you say we have suffered because of that word, you're including the black ICE agent in we. He is not in we. He is not black. He is not part of the community. People say that was the last word many of us heard before being lynched. That is 100% correct. But if you're a black ICE agent, you're part of a lynch mob chasing people of color. He's not a descendant of those who got lynched. He's a descendant of those who were doing the lynching. If you're a black man in ICE, you have abandoned the community. You are a traitor. Maybe he's more of a slave catcher than a house Negro, but either way, you have destroyed your connection to the community. He's not a brother. He's not black. He's not part of our community. Unalive you in a second. He wouldn't think, oh, that's a sister. I shouldn't. No, he would think, Massa Stephen Miller said, I can do anything I want. So you're defending Stephen from Django with a hammer who's part of a lynch mob chasing down people of color. Make that make sense. We understand all of this quite easily when it comes to Clarence Thomas and Candace Owens. We have excommunicated them. Their skin is black, but they're not part of the community. We would never stand up for their rights. We take no black pride from their success. They're permanently banned from the symbolic cookout. Being black in ICE is being Clarence Thomas.
So it all started in Minnesota. So there was a black ICE agent in Minnesota, and one of the protesters out there called him a house nigga. And then there was a bunch of black people, activists and social media activists online saying that that's the only time you could say that he's in the right. It's nothing wrong with that. Torre came out and said he commends him for doing that. And he did this whole video. It got all these views. And then right after that, we had the subway girl who, from what I was told or heard or read, is that it started with her actually being nasty to somebody else on that subway. These black girls that were on the subway said something to her about it, and then they started getting on her for being really nasty to somebody on the subway. Her immediate reaction as this person that's supposed to be an ally, this is supposed to be like this advocate, she's this left-leaning woman, was to call them the N-word. And again, now they're calling her the subway queen and saying, oh, she's in the right. She can say that because if you don't want to be called an N-word, you don't want to be called a nigga, don't act like a nigga. So this is the same concept of now who gives you the right? Because honestly, for me, I don't think there's ever a pass where a white person can ever use the N-word, even in context, out of like there is no place, rhyme or reason for you to ever fucking use the word. Ever.
So for me, anybody can say the N-word. I'm sorry, let me, because I have melanin. So anybody can say nigga if they want to. Because saying N-word for me feels a little disingenuous. Because let me be clear, I say nigga all the time. I do. I'm not going to come on y'all podcast and disrespect y'all by trying to pretend I'm something that I'm not. So okay, there's a little authenticity right there. But my thing is, like, anybody can say it, like dead ass. Like, we live in a society that allows for you to say whatever the fuck you want. Now, here's the thing, though: you are not free from the consequences of that decision.
Boom.
That is the difference.
Boom.
You can say whatever the hell you want. Say it. Go ahead. But don't then try to be like, oh, no. This is the shit that pisses me off. Like people who do civil disobedience then get mad because they got put in jail. Motherfucker, you did civil disobedience. Part of doing civil disobedience is going to jail. John Lewis, today is his birthday. Like, he went to fucking jail. If Martin Luther King was in the Birmingham jail, I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't even know why they put me in here. That's bullshit. You knew what you were fucking doing. Again, the dude who was talking to the ICE agent, and let me also say this about the dude who said this to the ICE agent. If the ICE agent put hands on him, that's the consequence of that conversation. If he gets ostracized by his friends, if he gets ostracized by the rest of the black community, it's like, oh, we fuck with you up until that, but now you got some questions. We got questions. That is a consequence of exercising your rights. Freedom ain't fucking free. What the fuck we thought was going to happen? But let's also be clear, we live in a racist ass society where saying nigga as a white person is incredibly profitable. There was not too long ago where there was a young lady who decided she wanted to call I think he was like 5, 6 years, a single digit kid. Like, not even, I know it wasn't second grade, because I was like, that nigga's not even a second grader. She called him a nigga, white lady. And then got on the internet and started crying and made $350,000 on the GoFundMe.
I remember that.
So again, let's not get it twisted that there is some level of sacrosanct around saying nigga. There is nothing preventing a white person from saying that. And let's also be clear, a lot of the keyboard activists, the melanated keyboard activists, they ain't never been punched in the face in real life. So they not about that life.
Yeah.
True.
They not.
Yeah.
True. Because a lot of Gen Z, I'm not even gonna lie, the activists and even some millennial activists, like let's throw us in there too, Royce. We're gonna throw us in the fire. That we want to be activists and we want this revolution, but we don't want any of the consequences of that said revolution. Like, I don't know if people understand what that's going to feel like. Like, you're not going to go back to get your nails done when the revolution starts. Like that, it's not happening. You cannot be a martyr and then say, I don't want to deal with the consequences of being a martyr. That's not how that works. So that was the only thing about that whole situation that never sat right with me.
And now, let me say real quick. The whole thing with you bring up the word martyr. Again, I don't think a lot of people understand fucking definitions. Martyrs are dead. Like that's what it is. Like his like everybody wants to be a live martyr. They want to see no, you don't get no fucking flowers. Normally we get them when we're dead. The fuck are you looking for flowers while you're alive? That is not how any of this shit works.
Yeah, 1000%. Because listen, man, whenever, even taking it off of race and culture, whenever you have to stand up for yourself, I had to stand up for myself. And I can't really go into detail legally, but I had to stand up for myself. You lose shit when you stand up for yourself. You lose money, you lose employment, you lose shit, okay? Comforts. And a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people want the accolades. A lot of people want you to be like, oh, good job, and jumping off the stairways and like, yeah, like that shit doesn't happen. Life is life. It's not a fucking movie. And that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't know how to stand by ourselves, let alone stand with a group or a community of people. So we can say, fuck Gucci, and then next week we be like, you know what, I'm going to wear that because I paid for it and it looked good on me and I can't really get with that cause. Forgive me. But if y'all do get some money for it, give me some. Like, we can't just stick with it because we slaves to some bullshit, to capitalism.
We are, but that's why there's no Martin, because like we said before, nobody wants the ending. No. That's why there's no more Martin Luther. Nobody, they know how it ends.
Oh yeah, you want. Martin Luther King gave away $500,000, the equivalent of $500,000 in today's money for that Nobel Prize. He gave it to the movement. He did not see his family at months at a time. Like he was on the road and ended up getting shot by some random ass white dude.
Yeah.
People look at Martin Luther King Jr.'s face on McDonald's menus during Black History Month. They see his face on the fans and the accolades and how much love his family got. They don't think about how broke his family was while he was alive.
That is true.
How many death threats? Like and again, that's one of the things that Bamas don't realize that makes him impressive. He fucking did the work. He had the actual sacrifice. And also, if you notice that the people who followed him, and again, rest him, Reverend Jackson, and also Al Sharpton. He's still alive, but like they took a different path. They decided to fight institutions and to work within the process instead of fighting the process and trying to tear it down. The other thing that I will say is that I've had this conversation with some of my colleagues who consider themselves activists and things like that. And, I had to give them my take on it. And some of them are coming around to it. But one of the things that I suggested is that everything that is happening now that we are decrying, that we are talking about how fucked up America is right now, how bad things are, this is the shit we used to pray for. This is the shit we planned for. We didn't know it was going to look like this. But what did we say? We said that the institutions that support white supremacy needed to be exposed and torn down.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't realize that meant we had to take some L's and tariffs along the way, that we didn't realize that the bronze dude was going to come in and fuck things up for us. We didn't realize that we would have to sit by and watch, like Kamala Harris. None of this shit would have happened if they had just voted for her.
No.
If like the amount that America hates women, first and foremost, is for fucking nominal.
Yeah.
For fucking nominal. Never in my heart of hearts growing up did I think that America would be more comfortable with a black man before they would be a white woman. That shit blew me.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you had a black woman, and let's be clear, don't nobody in capitalism like black women.
Mm-mm.
Nobody with any money, power, or institutional because everybody needed to get degrees until black women became the most educated. And nobody really care about degrees. Let's talk more about experiencing and what do you call those careers? What do you call those? The technical skills. Let's talk about HVAC now. Let's get people back into those trades and stuff like that. Why? Because you move the bar and black women kept catching it, and so now they're like, no, let's move it again. The destruction, the degradation of the American infrastructure is what we used to pray for. We didn't think it would look like this. We didn't think it would hurt this bad. We didn't think that like all our families would have to move back into all the houses that the one family member kept. Now everybody's like, hey, you got some space, because we could all just I go put on some on the rent. I put someone to rent. I got the light bill. Okay, together. We ain't think that this was what it would look like for us, but we always said this is what was necessary. Because the reality is that the international money that used to keep white supremacy and white nationalism in place, a lot of that shit is gone right now.
Mm-hmm.
China's picking a lot of that up. But it also means that when we get ready to rebuild, we got to rebuild differently. We gonna have to, because we're not going to be in the main rooms, because I don't care what you do, Elon Musk is still on his way to being a trillionaire. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's just going to happen. He's going to be, and the thing is that what they have seen, especially with the movement and the investment in AI, is that they are investing in infrastructure that will keep everybody else, not just us, keep everybody who is not them out. Again, white men with resources. And that definition of resources, that is changing rapidly. And
does that not sound familiar? Isn't that how the Constitution came to be? Like, the Constitution was really for rich white men. Like, that's who in land.
Why did you? It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's literally the Constitution. So all they're doing is redoing what they've been doing for like ever.
But I don't know if it's redoing it. The real shit. I think the issue is that now they're not hiding it anymore. See, before it was like, oh no, we have to at least be polite about it, like, and blame those people, but you all are still cool. Now the difference between wealthy and rich, that is almost the gap between rich and poor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people, if you got $10 million, you got $100 million, you ain't shit for real.
I mean, it sounds crazy to say it out loud, but yes. Because when you're looking at how much money is, a lot of people don't understand what a billion is. Like, a billion compared to a million, and a lot of people don't understand how big that gap is. Because this is not a shot, but a lot of y'all have troubles counting to 100. So could you imagine going to a billion? Like, I broke a cashier by asking for change back. Like, this is just what we are dealing with today. And another thing that I don't know if we are talking about, and this is Royce, this kind of goes into your topic with entertainment as escapism or like addiction, because I think that they're using entertainment in order to distract us.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like gotten us into a very like fucked up place.
I was watching this show. Like I said before, it's called Traders. I like Traders. It's a good show. Found myself really deeply enthralled into this show, and I'm just like, man, this shit is so good, yada yada yada. But my brain is different. Like, I look at shit differently. I don't think or process shit the same way. Like, when I'm done with a show, I'm done with a show. I'm not like sitting there like I'm depressed secretly, and I'm just trying to get away from this. And so I've realized there's another subset of people out there who are dealing with anxiety, who are dealing with depression or any type of mental health issue, stress, financial stress, whatever the case may be. And they lock into entertainment as if it's just it. And it's not. Like, you can't. That's why reality TV is so popular, because people are trying to escape their real lives. They don't want to actually face the shit that they have to face. They don't actually want to face the stress, the financial stress, their family issues, their health issues. They don't want to face that shit because it's tough. So I much rather watch, a bunch of strangers in a house fight each other, because it's more entertaining that way. And we said that last week, but it's more of like escapism now, because now it's to the point that you think you're this person. You think you're kind of like cosplaying. You're really into this character, so much so you're that sad, or you're that depressed, or you're that upset, unhappy, whatever the case may be, that you throw yourself into the music, you throw yourself into the movies, or whatever the case may be, but you're not actually doing the work. You're not actually cleansing yourself. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to be like, you know what? Let me turn off everything, because the shit's around you 24/7. Your phone, your car, your watch, even your watch. You be touching your wrist. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what's happening to us? It's to the point that we can't focus, even for like an hour, to just sit down and be like, whew, and turn everything off.
When does, I guess, detachment, like you're trying to detach from your life, you need a distraction, become an addiction? Like, I mean, I know when it becomes an addiction, but you know what I mean? Because like a lot of people are addicted to their phone. A lot of people are addicted to social media, but they don't know that they are. Like, they think, oh, I'm just on here because I just want to be entertained. Life is boring. It's boring, without them realizing that you can't go a day without that phone. Like, it's not even detachment anymore. You are addicted to that phone.
You are addicted, and it's to the point that they've added autoplay to the shit. So you open your
eyeballs
phone.
is money. Your attention is the currency. If it's free, you are the currency.
Yes, it's auto.
You.
Any app you want to, as soon as you open it, it's playing something, because they want you to be addicted. They want you to. They know that you're depressed. They know that you're sad. They know whatever the case may be, because they sending the shit to the doctors. They're sending the shit to. Listen, man, I see therapists. I seen a new therapist. They could pull up your health records just like that on computers. I remember back in the day, that shit took a minute. They were like, hey, we don't know what you on. Give us a couple weeks. We'll get back to you and let you know. Now it's just like, so you're on this and you're on this. So I can't subscribe you nothing until I talk to you and da-da-da-da. So I said all that to say that when it comes to like understanding the human psyche, and I'm no doctor or whatever, but when you sit there and you just look at people who scroll, first of all, they're watching 6-7 episodes of a TV series, scrolling at the same time, texting at the same time, and then getting news articles and notifications at the same. You can't relax. You are detached. You can't. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to be like, downgrade, turn off. But you can't, because you put your phone down, your watch going off. Your watch going off, your TV going off. It's asking you questions. Like, you okay? You still watching this? Like, it's just, it's like you can't win.
It's capitalism. I mean, they need you on there. That's why it's free. Like, we knew that the game, we should have known anyway. Let me say we knew. We should have known that the game was fucked up when porn was free. When they gave you the porn and every man went, oh my God, free candy. This is amazing. I can watch people fuck trees all day. Wait. When they gave you.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Don't demean arborists. Don't do that. Don't demean arborists. If that's how you get your rocks off, like, go ahead and get it.
We're not
and as long as you got as long as you got the bushes consent, you can go ahead. Let nature call. No. We're not just gonna go and slanderize our arborists, okay? Not her. No, not in my presence. Damn it.
The gentle trees. The gentle trees. I stand for the
Some of them
trees.
got
Okay,
deep roots. Don't get it twisted.
I stand for the trees.
Like Dave Chappelle said, they don't be fucking, the people that fuck the animals don't fuck people. They don't just go back to, so if you fucking trees, you're not going back to fuck people, okay? It's
Right. But that's how we knew the game was fucked up. Like, you should have known right then when they couldn't when they no longer it was free, like when it came from pay-per-view,
Yeah.
that you were the product. They need your eyeballs on this. They don't give a fuck what you doing.
Let me throw something into the game for you though. One of the things that happens, and capitalists do this on a regular basis, they don't necessarily innovate in a lot of these spaces. What they do is that they fuck heavy with people who care genuinely. The person who built a lot of these things that we're talking about now, the people who initially built them, they were believers.
Mm-hmm.
They were the people who were like, "Oh no, it's a problem to be solved." Their insecurities, their mental focus, and in many cases, their mental health challenges got them fixated on these questions. Got them through, and somebody with money was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Again, we're going to talk about some real shit. It's the same thing that happens in a lot of the clubs that when I was a man of a younger age, I would see a lot of brothers going into the clubs and looking for people with daddy issues.
Oh, yeah.
They still do. They still do.
Well, I don't see. The thing is, I don't go. I'm a man of a certain age, and I can't even look at people's t-shirts right now because then somebody will call HR on me. Like, what he was made me very uncomfortable. Right. He said he was reading my shirt, but I don't think he was. He look at it. He's gray. That he's not. Titties. It's not good.
I'm sorry.
Although I did see a shirt one time. I swear to God, I saw a shirt that said titties across. Fuck my whole world up. It was like, that's true. That is true. I was in an airport and she had a shirt that said titty. Impressive rack, by the way. It was impressive, but it really bothered me because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing because I felt. But like she had it written there, so it was like you want it, but at the same time, I'm trying not to get it. I was again. This is one of the times where I was out with civil rights people, and I was like, "Dang, this is not allyship. This is not allyship." I cannot look at. And no, she wasn't. Oh no, she wasn't with the civil rights group, but we was in the airport, and she walked by, and it was like. And then who you gonna ask? Did her shirt say titties? Oh my God, what is wrong with you? Like, oh.
Thank you, Pastor.
Relax, brother.
But the capitalists take advantage of people who are disposed to engaging in those types of things. They understand the volume and what the value, and what they tend to do is that they commercialize it along the way. They take the long game, and that's part of the other underlying issue, especially with social media. We're looking at things in days. Like, you gotta, if you think about the media, if you don't catch the story within the first 30 minutes, what the fuck you comment on the story for?
Yeah.
Right.
Capitalist companies, they think about it in years.
Yeah.
They think about like, oh, I'm spending my first couple years losing money just trying to get your attention. I'm putting in work. I'm just coming in, getting you used to it because I understand once you got a habit, it becomes, I'm trying to turn your habit into a compulsion because compulsion is where money is. Compulsion is the reason that they started selling Happy Meals because I wanted you to understand the relationship between McDonald's and your happiness. I fucking called it a Happy Meal. I want you to start thinking whenever you wanted to celebrate something, you come to McDonald's. Come on. When you want to feel good about something, when you've had a bad day, come in. Just come in. It's okay. Come in. I'll give you a toy. I'll make you feel better. I'll give you that little dopamine you like, the little dopamine. You want that little dopamine, don't you? You want a little feel good, little. And don't worry about the fact that once you found the fry underneath the baby, the car seat after a year and it still didn't degrade. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You're worrying about the wrong thing. Come on. You want to feel good, don't you? Fresh fries. See, that's the thing. You don't let them get cold. Don't let them get cold. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm loving it. And think about that. You put love in the fucking jingle?
Yes.
Like, that's supposed to be the high fucking watermark of life. That love is the ultimate, like, in every context.
Yes.
When we talk about love, that is the person you spend your life with. That is you giving yourself to God. That is all of these things with love, except now it's at McDonald's
Look,
on the dollar menu.
Marketing is kin to the devil, because if you going to work, you don't have any autonomy. You can go to Burger King. You can have it your way. Like, you can't have it any other way, but you can come here and have it your way. She said, what he has said to you? Don't worry about it. You can come have it your way.
You can have whatever
Think about
you
if somebody
like.
hits you. If somebody hits you with some of the jingles in a relationship, like, Winnie, you know what? You can have it your way. Baby, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it, girl. I'm loving it, girl.
Killing them. My dumb ass. Hey, Leise, we got the meats. What up? Yo.
Girl, we got the meats. Come on. What you want?
I think their marketing teams, they would sleep a little bit. Like, I mean, it's logical. I mean, we do have the meat, but don't all of y'all have meat?
But that is the genius of certain types of marketing, because it's not about actually if you market well. And this is one of the things, because I do a lot of business consulting and things like that, and I'm really quick to explain to people one of the biggest myths of business, especially from an entrepreneurship perspective, is that your business will ever make money. Your business will never fucking make money. That will never happen. And Coca-Cola, we talked about them earlier. Coca-Cola don't make money. The only place that fucking makes money is the government. Those are the only places that makes money. Everything else is about you taking money from somebody else's pocket and putting it into yours. That's it. That is it. Think about it. Nobody, no matter how big the business, they don't make money. They take money from someplace and put it into their own coffers. And again, the illusion of that has been moved so wonderfully that now you don't even got to make money. You can have negative profit for a bunch of years in the tech industry and you still get money from somebody else. But what does that mean if you recognize that you don't actually make money? That means that your entire business model to be successful is about taking somebody's attention and getting them to believe that it is in their best interest to take money out of their pocket and put it into yours. This is why you use words like love. This is why you tell people they can have it their way. That's why you can say, we have the meats when everybody else got fucking meats. Chicken is the meat. Let me fuck you up real quick. It hit me. Eggs are meat too. That fucks with me. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that eggs are actually meat. That bothers me a little bit because, I know, but like,
it's like eating sperm. I mean, it's akin. Like, if you've never done that, it's akin.
Okay. So again, I just need y'all to tell me, because we did porn, we did trees, and now we're talking about sperm. This shit's about to take a left, and I'm with it. I'm with it. Don't get it twisted. I'm with it. But I just need to make sure that we all in the same place, because I'm not trying to be on this motherfucking limb.
A reproduction
by my goddamn self. I'm not trying to be out here by my goddamn self, because I have opinions about sexual activities, and apparently normally I get in trouble for those. So I've been told by my people, says, hey.
I don't want you to get in trouble. That's not the goal. I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
I'm comfortable. I'm already in trouble. My people gonna see this like.
I don't want you to be in trouble.
Why didn't you have somebody in the room with you? Because normally somebody would be here looking at me like, and I'd be like, "Oh, sorry." But they let me by myself. So what the fuck is going to happen? It's 7:00. This is what happens when your people get sick and they can't come and take care of you. So fucking, I'm on my own. Our own words. These are my words.
Chaos.
These are my words.
You it was chaos. And speaking of which, I wanted to, let's get in relationships and let's get all the way in the bag. Let's just jump in there. So, are you familiar with Cam Newton? I need everybody to be familiar with Cam Newton, aka
he's a football player.
He is. Yes. Former.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Formerly, technically, he's not playing right now.
And he wears very eccentric clothing. He's known for his outfits.
Yosemite hat.
With it.
We call him Sir Inclecta Newton because he made that word.
Okay.
Just like he made Platonic. Okay. So.
He's the one that said Platonic. Gotcha. I'm with this now. Yeah,
yes.
Go ahead.
So I want to ask a very straightforward question, because believe it or not, I'm kind of on the cusp with this question. Can you really have a platonic relationship, and does it actually work? Because I actually spoke with someone, because Cam Newton doesn't believe that you can, because he says he knows himself. If it's an attractive woman, he knows that he's probably going to take a step. It's going to take a turn. He's going to overstep a boundary, and it's going to go left. I know a couple people that have had friends that are of opposite gender, and most of them ended up at some point, either one of them liked each other and somebody just didn't, or they ended up in a relationship, and sometimes they stay friends, most of the time they don't. But I know very few, and I want Royce, I want you to answer this, because I know that a lot of your best friends just so happen to be women.
Mm-hmm.
So can you
Mine too.
truly, okay, with the both of you, because they actually say that men have more female, like, platonic relationships than women do.
Yeah.
Can you actually have a platonic relationship that does not go sexual?
Yeah. I mean, just because you fine, that don't mean I want to fuck. Like, that's stupid. Like, I don't want to do that. Just because I know a bunch of bad women. I know a bunch. And I don't want to fuck all of them. Like, I'm just cool on it. Like, it's just like, what's the point? Like, another notch? Like, what are we doing? Like, because a lot of people, I find value in people, and there's value in women, and there's a secret value that you get more women when you have women around you. So I want the bad women around me so I can get the ones that I actually want. I don't want to fuck this one. I just want you to, throw that out there. Like, oh, he cool. He hanging out with this one and that one. There ain't no fighting. There ain't no, yeah, hey, girl, let me talk to you. You like meat?
He has the meat.
Yeah, he got that meat.
He has the meat. I love it. That's so funny.
But yeah,
William, you said you have the best. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Royce.
No. But that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to fuck everybody. It's just certain ones.
But let me ask you this. Let me bring this back to you. Is it because both of you don't share the attraction, or that both of you do share the attraction, you just don't want to take? Because most relationships start off as friends. Like, you go out, your friends first, and then it kind of like goes there. Like, how do you see what I'm saying? Like, it can get like very muddy in the water.
I call it a buffer. A lot of the women friends that I've met them at work. So there's a buffer. So I'm not going to cross that line. I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm not going to sit up there and fuck up my money to fuck you. Like, I'm good. Like, you are fine. You are gorgeous. So here's the buffer. So now you can't do shit. Like, I already know what I'm about to do. I don't want to fuck you, period. You just fine. You eye candy. Now, if you try to fuck me, now I got the buffer. I can let it down easy. Like, hey, we work together.
Got you.
We don't need all that. Now, I don't go out to the grocery store and be like, oh, you can't have friends. Like, I'm not that guy. I'm not him. I don't do that shit. Like, I'm not doing that. Smile. You need to smile more. Like, no. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that shit. So I don't.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome. But I don't holler at women like that. Like, usually it's a value I see. It's something that I need. It's something that I'm missing. There's a business venture, i.e. you and I. There's something there that there's value. I'm not going to be like, well, we're cool, so let me try to take her on a date. Like, what? Huh? Why? What's the point? Why? Come on.
Oh, okay. That's a level of insanity. You're right. Right. William?
So my experience is a little bit different. So because of some of the things that I've been through in my life, colloquially, one could say that there was a period of time in my life where I was for the streets.
Okay.
And I appreciate you, Mr. Royce, for your discretion and not fucking up the money, but that was not my story. That was not my story. Oh my God! But one of the things, the difference is like when you asked about attraction and stuff like that. So let me be clear: there's a difference between attraction and a decision. I think a lot of times in our society, men are seen, and shit. I've had to argue down women about this, where like, why are you going to put a man in that type of situation? Because he has free will and he can make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because I want you doesn't mean I need to have you. Doesn't mean I need to act on that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that has been brought to my attention over the years, because again, I tend to be the secret keeper. I tend to be the safe space where if you got some fucked up shit in life, again, male, female, some of it is the attorney thing. Some of it is just because I am a nigger with a hard aura and I've done a lot of shit and I've gotten if I have not done it, I've helped somebody else get themselves out of it.
Okay.
And so people come to me and talk to me about some of the shit that they've had going on in life. And one of the things I realized very early on, I'm talking about like teenage and college age, when I realized that the majority of women, particularly Black women in my life, have never had a fucking safe space. Has never had a man where they can come through and just say, like, this is how I'm feeling. Like, I had a friend of mine, her fiance passed away while she was laying beside him.
Oh.
And one of the first places she came was to come to talk to me. And I stayed with her for a few days. She couldn't go back to the house, so we got a hotel room. We stayed there. We slept there. It never even occurred to me to try to touch her in any kind of way or move, because she needed a place where she could just be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've also had situations where I'm like, hey, I'm just a friend, because I don't want to be anybody's therapy story. I don't want to be, you have to go to your good girlfriends and be like, oh my God, I thought he was cool and we was just chilling. And then next thing I know, he leans in for a kiss. The fuck is he doing? That's my ego, and fuck you. No, ma'am, you will not do that about me. No, you won't. I'll be damned if you gonna be any fucking where telling somebody William tried to put the moves on and you turned him down. Fuck you. I'll be damned.
My record.
But
clean.
I've also been on the other shit. But I've also been on the other side where I've had friends that we've been chilling and they were like, so are we just friends or are we gonna be fucking? I was like, oh, that's an option? I didn't shit. You should have informed me. I am for the streets, so yes, ma'am, please and thank you. I am a cunning linguist, and I will help you in every way that I can.
Hell yeah! I'm fluent.
But again, tell me a language. Watch me say some shit you ain't never heard. Watch it. But at the same time, I do understand how important it is for the women in my life that know that I got you no matter what. And I love this one. When I got divorced, because I was married before, she was a wonderful woman. The only really bad thing about her, she had horrible taste in men. It looks like she's gotten that good with her second husband, but she was not doing well the first go around. I'm gonna tell you that shit for sure.
I love your honesty. I love the accountability.
Oh yeah, no, I was trash. I was trash, and a lot of the trash I was because I had a story in my head about what life should be, how I should show up, and how I should feel, and all of these romantic ideas that weren't actually true. They were the stories that I used to justify my behavior. It wasn't that my behavior was justified; it was the fact that I justified it. And so I remember after I got divorced, I was hanging out with a friend of mine. He was going out like happy hour, we're going out to dinner and shit like that. And one day she's like, can I ask you a question? I was like, sure, what up? She's like, why haven't you tried to kiss me yet? I said, excuse me, what happened? Well, why would I do that? She was like, we've been dating for like 3. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Now I'm cute. I get that, but like I got roles and shit. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like again, I got shit with me. So I was like, when did we start dating? She's like, we've been dating for like 3 weeks. I was like, yo, what are you talking about? She's like, we went here, we spent we've been together. I was like, but nigga, we did that shit while I was married. Were we dating while I was married? She's like, no, you were married then. I was like, so what the fuck happened?
See,
she was like, well, you're not married anymore. And I was like, it's okay. So let me be honest. We did some things, but still, the
Come
point
on
is,
now.
Did you not hear me say about being for the streets? You didn't hear that. Did you miss that
I
part?
heard
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But
All
that
right.
changes. I was looking at her with the side eye. Now I'm looking at you.
Okay. Oh,
No,
you're looking at
I'm
him.
sorry. You shouldn't take the side off. Don't take the side eye off me. Keep it on me. I got issues. I am still in fucking therapy. Actually, well, let me be honest. I fell out of therapy because of some insurance changes a couple years ago. I've been off meds for a couple years.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to get back in, but I've been managing very well.
Yeah.
I've kept to myself. I've pulled some stuff in and are trying to live a more productive and healthful, not healthy, because I don't know what the fuck healthy is, but healthful, moving in the direction of more positive health. And some of it is recognizing the need to be honest about what the fuck I actually am. Because the reality is that I did way more harm when I tried to believe that I was a hero than being honest about being a villain. When I was a hero, I used to, when I thought I was a hero, I could justify because I meant well and I mean, my intent was, and I was trying to help and I was trying. Now, granted, I fucked over your entire life, but still I was trying to be a good person doing it. Okay. That should count more from what I actually did.
Yeah.
Being honest about like looking at my life and realize that nigga, this is a villain arc, my guy. Like, don't do that. Like, the fucked up shit has happened, and the way your default setting is, oh no, let's harm someone. The fuck, let's do that. They did what? Oh, well, let's burn this shit down. What the fuck are we doing? It's like, whoa. You know you're a villain, so I choose to be an anti-villain at this stage in my life. I choose to be like, hey, I don't want to do unnecessary harm. No, don't get it twisted. I will do harm deliberately to a motherfucker that deserves it. That's absolutely. But being honest about who and what I am has helped me not do unintended harm and to recognize the need to make amends for the shit that I've already done.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. But like, so I'm not saying, just going back to whether men and women can be friends, because I have male friends. I've had male friends for long periods of time, and it never crossed that line. But both of you kind of brought up, because in
I'm
no
sorry.
world.
No. You're scary. You're scary.
But I'm not scary. I'm like, I'm a baby deer. I'm gonna come at this with the fawn.
Okay,
like, you know what I mean. Like,
so we're. Oh, I apologize. I didn't know we were lying. Okay, my name is William. I'm here to be polite and professional.
Yes. You lie.
No. I'm just telling elaborated truths.
Elaborated truths. You niggas worship him.
But what I'm saying is that it blurs the line. I would never in a world would I defend Cam Newton. You will never see me never defend Sir and Collector Newton. I cannot defend somebody with a hat that high, and I've actually seen him in person, and I'm not going to say anything too bad about him because he's gigantic. So that man
will
is
fuck you up. Don't do that.
enormous.
Don't do that. These motherfuckers.
But it is a blurry line. I think it is. It can blur because, like I said, I've seen it work. And then on the flip side, like with William, I've seen people say, "Oh, we was dating." What do you mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's a very thin line between a friendship and a relationship, especially when it's a male female. But then again, I guess, okay, I take it back.
Oh, all of it.
I take it back.
It's a choice.
Because
it
could also work the same way with same-sex friends as well. So I take it back. Never mind. Let's just move on. So there we go. I solved that in my own head in real time.
That's what it's all a choice. It's really a decision you make beforehand. Somebody, one of the two parties has to make a choice. One of them, and it's not always the dude, because we gotta fuck a woman. It is not always us. A lot of times they come to us. Hey, here's some pussy. Would you like it?
Not a lot. A lot is a lot. I think sometimes.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sometimes.
Shit has changed. I don't know. Okay, so because I very seldom talk about from any other point than experience. and that's the thing that be fucking with me, because I'm cute, but like I got roles. Like I don't understand how sometimes I'll be like, you know, it's me, right? Like I'm homeboy. Like, I don't understand but I'm with it. Don't get it twisted. I'm with it. I'm gonna try to fold you and see what kind of origami shit we can get into. But that's the thing. And the other part too is that a lot of it, to your point, to your maybe dated point, a lot of this has had to do with some of the changes and evolution and what is seen as appropriate behavior or not.
Mhm.
Like between Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and everybody else talking about sexual liberation and freedom, like there's a bunch of women now who are like, I'm trying to get a nut off. Shit, I had a friend of mine tell, and I was so happy this wasn't me. And for the record, it was not, just because the rest of the story, I need to put that context in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Put the context in it. She told this dude, we were talking, and she was like, "You have to tell this dude his dick was trash." I was like, "Wait, what happened? Why would you say that to him? Why would you tell him his dick was trash?" That's very hurtful.
Don't say trash, but how do you teach
Oh
someone?
no! See, y'all met me. My friends talk like me a lot. So she's telling him his dick was trash, and I was like, "Why would you say that? That's hurtful." She was like, "If a bitch had told him his dick was trash before I got him, it might have been better."
But that's
was
what
like,
I'm trying to say. Like, maybe not trash. You say it in a different way, but you definitely say,
but again, the problem is that your information may be slightly dated. Because the reality is that some people can't hear shit unless it destabilizes their entire way of thinking.
Yeah, you got to head.
Like, I'll speak for myself. I didn't realize how locked in I was to the theories of capitalism and all of this type of stuff till my life fell all the way apart back in 2013. Like, you have those things that you hope never happen in your life. I had 5 of them. All fucking 5 of them happened in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And I used to refer to that time as the wasteland because nothing good could have come from it until I had, again, some therapy and some time. I realized that it wasn't a wasteland. It was my road to Damascus. It was the movement from Saul to Paul, where you had to be struck down from your place on high and had to rely on the help from those that you had persecuted before, that you had taken advantage of, so that you can understand you could gain a level of humility that was necessary for your own growth. If it was not for that destruction, I would have still been the villain, believing myself to be a hero.
Mm-hmm. And so, one last thing. Women today think they're hurting men's feelings by being us, thinking like a man. And it's the funniest shit. I'm letting y'all know right now. Women, listen to me. Thank you. You got to go. Oh, no. No.
I will go to my lift now. I will Uber my way home.
No, the walk of shame. No. I'm finna go to Waffle House and play. Yeah. I'm lit.
I don't believe it. I do not believe. Like, it's too many men crying online, talking about how things are different for me to believe that men are not clutching their pearls. Did you not own their own
I'm sorry,
sexuality?
you believe the internet? I'm sorry, I feel that you were saying that you sit here believe the internet. You saw some shit on internet and is quoting it as a reference point. Did you just do your own research?
I did.
Because the nigga on the internet said, "My heart is breaking." He said that for the bitch that's coming to his house this afternoon, letting him know he hurt and she need to make him feel better.
No, they're not even hurting. They're angry. They're angry at women. I do not, 1,000% do not believe it. And I think a lot of men are more delusional than they are willing to admit. Because I think, so when we look at
facts.
Oh no, factually.
Yeah, facts. No, I'm agreeing with you. Men are delusional.
Men are delusional. And like, even when we talk about like the friendships, male-female friendships, the percentage of men that overestimate how much their friend find them sexually attractive, when I think it's like in Psychology Today, they did like a study, was staggering. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like, and again, this is my opinion, and you know what they say about opinions and assumptions. It will definitely make an ass out of you. However, in my worldview of what I've experienced with men, I think a lot of men overestimate their own value and feelings in that said situation. So when a woman tells you to leave, you're okay up until a certain point. The same thing when a woman makes more money. Like a lot of men, well, I can't wait for that until it happens. And then it's like, I feel worthless. I feel like I can't.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm like, how do them two things, 1 + 1 is equal to Heinz 57 catch up?
Okay. I see where you're going. Okay. So let me say this. There's a lot of variables. We being serious right now. I'm not joking, right?
We being serious. We being serious.
Okay.
We being serious.
Okay.
Well, you know, we always joking, but we being serious.
There's a lot of variables that go into that. It's one thing. It shifts your mind frame, your mind state when you grow up a certain way, when you make certain decisions, when you've traveled versus not traveled, when you've been to school and not been to school, when it's just so many different variables. When you make certain amount of money versus a lower amount of money, that changes and shapes your mind state. So when you get a man that comes to the point that says, hey, I don't mind if you make more money than me, and then when she actually makes more money than you, something hollow inside starts ringing, that speaks to those variables. Like with me, I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck. I want you to make that much money, but I'm not going to stop working. I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do just because you're doing what you want to do. It doesn't define me. It's just work. It's not me. It's just money. I don't give a fuck. I'm still the man. Like, I don't give a fuck if you sliding the card over and paying for this shit. I'm still the man. We here because I said we here. Like, the fuck? You paying for it? Cool. I can pay for it too. That's why it don't really, in theory, it shouldn't fuck with a man. But in reality, it does, because there's certain things that men don't want to admit to themselves. It's certain ways.
Could it be? And I'm just saying that, could it be that a lot of men don't have a lot, they don't offer a lot except for financial gain? So if that is all you offer and you take that away,
I think
then it's
women,
like, why am I here?
I think women look at it that way. And I think that's the difference. I think women look at men as financial gain, and they shape the game. Women shape culture. And as much as they don't want to admit it, this is why we have women or men achieving 6 figures or trying to make 6 figures or trying to have a certain job status or a financial status, because women want that. Men drive certain cars because women want that. Even though women don't know what the fuck,
I fight back on that? Men do that for other men. That's like men date women for other. Yes, they do.
Let's say
live for other men.
Let me give you some pushback on that. Part of the challenge that everybody's talking about here, without really putting a fine point on it, is the problem that people have that motherfuckers today don't know how to win. They look at winning with all the good shit without the problem. Oh, I can't wait till I get a new job. And then you start complaining about the hours you got to work. The fuck? You won. I'm looking to be, I can't wait till I have a kid. I can't wait to start a family. Now you tired as fuck. Yeah, you started a fucking family. You talking about like, I want to be in this relationship with this woman that has 6 figures, not recognizing that you have defined yourself because you've never been in a relationship with somebody who makes more money than you before. You don't know what the fuck that means. You have a story in your head. You have told yourself this story about how things work, and you have defined yourself up to this point by this power dynamic. And now you've moved into the place where that's and you, instead of acknowledging that you don't know what the fuck is going on and you free falling and you just got to make that shit up as you go along, you're still trying to cling on to these definitions that have gone by the wayside. And now you are disconcerted because like, oh shit, what do I bring? You've never had to ask that question before because you've written checks. You've been, here's my card. That's what you've been doing. And now you got to come up with a new definition. And to your point about the way that men deal with other men, is that other men provide the context, real shit, but they don't provide the definition. So if you are dialed into your woman Go ahead, call me a simp. Call me what is that? Because as a man of a certain age, they used to say, "Tell me I'm whooped," and now you just, well, I ain't whooped, and then you have to go ahead and try to prove it. To who? To the fuck you not fucking these niggas. And guess what? These motherfuckers is unhappy too. The fuck is you doing? You won, but didn't understand what the fuck a win was. You didn't understand how you won, so now you're still trying to please everybody because you've never been here before. And instead of dialing into where you are right now, you still trying to figure out, how do I bring all this other shit from when I wasn't winning, by the way? When I wasn't. How do I bring that shit into the win? The fuck? I made it to the NFL. You don't hang out with your college buddies no more. Because they not fucking here.
Yeah.
They still out hanging out trying to fuck bitches in sororities. Nigga!
Stepping through the club.
You flying to Jacksonville tomorrow. The fuck is you doing?
Facts.
And that's where we get it. It's like, we don't know how to fucking win.
Yeah.
We look at you all want a new job. I look at the new title. I look at the way everybody looks at me, but I don't look at the fact that I got to sit in meetings with dumber motherfuckers than I've ever been around before, who make way more money than you. Like, you make more money than me, and you dumber than the motherfucker I supervise, but somehow, yes, sir, that's a great idea. You know what? I think we need to dial that back. You know what? Put it into the pipeline and see what else is going to be popping off. The fuck? I got a whole new fucking vocabulary now? Because I won? This is bullshit. I did not win like this. No one said winning would come with this shit. Now I got to ask a motherfucker, like legitimately ask a motherfucker, can I go out? Because somebody needs to watch the kids and she got to work. The fuck are we doing? I used to just go out whenever the fuck I wanted to. Now I got, hey, babe, you going to be home? Oh, no, I got something. How you got someplace I was trying to go out hang out with Royce? Like, you can't. Yo, that's not even fair. I used to always hang out with Royce. And now you like, you gotta wait. I gotta schedule time to hang out with my boy. But I won. I've been chasing her for years. And now I got her, but I did not plan for what the fuck winning looked like. And I'm also still committed to the shit that I was enjoying when I wasn't winning.
Facts.
That's true.
Facts.
That's true.
So you got to know what it is to win. Like, what that means to win. Do you really want to win? Because a lot of people...
Not anymore. That's why
That's why
I had to tell my supervisor. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's why I look at, when they say be careful what you wish for, I really be careful. You gotta do it. You gotta do the homework. I want to be rich. Okay, so then everybody in your family dies. Now what?
What?
Congratulations. Unintended fucking consequences.
What the fuck? But people don't think like that. They don't think of it like that. They don't, I want a new car, so now you're paralyzed.
Why is it so dramatic, Royce? Like,
that's what it be like. How many times have you won? It's cause and effect.
See, Winnie, you got to realize that Royce is tapping into his Y chromosome. We catastrophize a whole bunch of shit. We live in a people quickly. I live in a post-apocalyptic wasteland in my head, and I'm a professional at it. That's why I bring back the shit that happened in my post-apocalyptic wasteland to the present. Be like, let me tell you what you shouldn't do, because I just already seen how fucked up this shit is about to be. Niggas died. You unhappy. So let's not even do this shit right now.
Yeah,
that's that Y chromosome shit right there.
Is that what that is? Okay, I don't have that. So I don't know. Like all the X's.
You like this? No. Like let's dial down the apocalypse. No, not that much. Everybody don't gotta die. Just the bad people in the family. Nope. That's not how you get. That's not how you win.
That's not how it works. It really don't work like that.
Let's just throw grandma.
You want to see what a fucked up win looks like? What a fucked up win looks like. Ask a ballerina to take off her toe shoes.
I have actually, and it is quite scary when they do point. Beautiful shoes. Beautiful shoes.
That had some incredibly destruction that is necessary.
That's why I'm saying it.
To achieve that.
Beautiful shoes, though.
And those are the ones who won. Those are the ones who won. Because when you are trying, again, going back to what we talked about earlier about capitalism, when you want what they have to tell you what to do to get it. They determine the sacrifices that are necessary for you to achieve their reward.
Facts. Do y'all hear that? When you win, especially in business, you do give up. You will sacrifice something in order to win. So if you really want to be the person on a podium, think about what that means and what you will have to give up in order to win. I'm not saying y'all can't win, but there are things that you need to do in order to win. And speaking of winning, I don't even know if I want to even use that term anymore, but William, let people know how they can get in touch with you for your business if they need help to learn how to win in their business, if they still want to win. How can they do that?
So I can help you win, and I can also help you with my post-apocalyptic viewpoint. I can help you figure out what the win will look like for you, so you can scale back a lot of the investment shit that you was doing that's going to get you caught the fuck up long term. The best way to hit me up is on LinkedIn. That's William Honablew Jr. Be very clear about Junior. There's a third out there. He cannot help you. He will not. If you have some math homework you need done, that motherfucker is fire with the math homework. He's a teacher. He's for fucking nominal. He is a fucking nominal math teacher. But if business not, he don't even like talking to me about business. I'd be like, you know, you try to get him into the family business. He was like, no, thank you. I was like, but I can help you. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Oh,
no, thank you.
Babies,
no, thank
the
you.
babies.
Yeah. So Junior, not the third.
It took me, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that's how I know I'm a little slow, because it took me a minute. I was like, oh, it's another one? And I just went, oh yeah, that's his son. But
I figured that. That's why I was like, oh, you're not talking to him. Like,
yeah.
If it was another person, he wouldn't talk to him.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, I got ADHD. Sometimes it takes a while to process, you know. Once it processes, it does. And, you know, the checking cleared.
Yeah, you got it. You locked in. That's fine.
Yes, the checking cleared. But I appreciate you coming on to the Sidebar Podcast. We did not get to some of the topics that we wanted to talk about because there was a couple of things that we definitely wanted to get to today. But we will have to have you back at another point so that we can finish the conversation because, like I said, William is super informative. He knows a lot. He is the plug. If you listen, I'm just being honest. If you really need help and you really about that life, he is the plug. And despite him being out of his anti-villain arc, he's not a villain. He's an amazing guy. Well, he probably won't debate me on that, but he will help you.
No, that will help you. Like, no matter villain or hero, I'll help you. Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. I knew to bring it back. I knew to bring it back around. Like I've learned. I've been here a time or two. But this has been another episode of the Sidebar Podcast. We got canceled because we used the N-word a lot in this episode. But which we try every week, and we have that conversation every week about getting canceled. But this has been another episode of the Sidebar Podcast with Leise Winny and
Mr. Royce.
So we'll be back again for another episode